Please rise and join the Marion Marching Band for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another year of Prexy football. I am Todd Schneider, Coach Todd Schneider, Assistant Principal at Marion High School, and with me always is my trusted confidant, my friend, my companion, my partner in crime, the cheese on my hamburger, Corey Keplinger.
How you doing, Coach?
I am good, Coach Keplinger. It is good to be back. It is good to see a stadium full of people. And it's good to have fall-like weather almost.
I'm still partial to summer, but it was nice to have some fall in the air this morning.
Absolutely.
Friday night home football.
All right, Prexy fans, welcome to 2000.
And the football team is coming out.
The band is on the field.
The band is on the field. Almost like a Cal Stanford way, right? Football team was a little delayed in coming out. I think they actually missed the national anthem, but got to give the coaches a pass on this, as this is Coach Ross's very first home game as the new head coach of the
The
Marion
presidents are coached by
Presidents.
Demetrius Ross.
A little bit of a mixed bag so far in the early season here. They were just got a two-touchdown. Well, they were leading it.
Yeah.
Two touchdowns in the game that won. He's been pretty close there. Some big plays.
Once again, the Ohio Health coin toss
Absolutely.
was won by Newark. They chose to receive. The presidents
Well,
will
and I think you
defend
said
the
it correctly. You
north
said
end zone.
it has been a mixed bag this year. They came out in that first week and they looked pretty good against Mount Vernon. They gave up a couple quick touchdowns with about 4 minutes left in the game, but if you take those out of the equation, they looked good. And last week, I mean, Mansfield Senior just kind of took it to them. I mean, that's really all there is to it. Really the thing, the Prexies have athletes, we know that. The only thing that's really concerned me about them this year is they have been prone to give up big plays in the pass game, and we haven't really established a running game.
Set the kick for
Here's the
your
thing about this
presidents,
new
number 33, Jordan
do not,
Hensley.
I repeat, do not sleep
Back
on this
deep for the Wildcats,
These guys
Trey Robinson and Orrin Lerner.
have really good athletes, Coach Keplinger.
No doubt. You know, I think go to the transitive property here. We've got a common opponent already.
Absolutely.
Mount Vernon, so obviously pushing on to be essential here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Should be noted, too, that we have brand new lights
I'm
on
ready
the
to
football
see
field.
him. I'm ready to see
Oh,
him.
my goodness. Listen, when they go down, I'm going to start singing some good old-fashioned Journey, When the Lights Go Down in the City. Pretty excited about the new lights tonight. Part of the continued makeover to this wonderful, wonderful field.
Here's the mayor, Jordan Hensley, with the kickoff.
Absolutely.
Robinson on the return.
Looks like a tackle
Going
by
down on the play by number 17, Kobe Johnson.
Kobe Johnson, number 17, who also
Newark takes over a first down
is my favorite type of
at
athlete.
the
A football player
30-yard
/
line.
wrestler.
Yeah.
a question. Is it wrestling or wrestling?
If you want my Marion County.
Wildcats under center for the
Wrestling.
Wildcats, number 12, Seal Meister.
So what Hulk Hogan did was wrestling? Wrestling. Newark comes out in the pistol set. Little zone handoff there.
Winner ball carrier.
Let's find out.
Brought down on the play by Jacob Arndt and Hayden Bailey.
Speaking of the Arnie,
Tackle, rather, excuse me.
speaking of the
Game
Arnie,
5, second and 5.
how about that kid's mullet?
Top notch.
It is top
I'm
notch.
telling you, man, my 10th period psychology class right now, I might have the third best hair. I just finished third in Marion class, coach.
I finished last in most hair contests.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Oh, little bumbled snap there. Looks like
Nice to the ball carrier.
right back to the line of scrimmage.
Pickup of 2 brought down by Arndt and Turner.
Hart and Turner. Dr. Smooth.
Third down and 3.
All right, big third down here for the Prexies. 3rd and 4. Let's see if we can get a 3 and out right out the bat. Get the ball into their hands of their offensive playmakers.
Third down is introduced here at the stadium.
Oh, just enough.
Orion
More than
Whitner, the ball carrier.
I often wonder.
Brought down by
I wonder who started those and why they started.
Rashawn Turner and Kyrie Scott. The knock before a gain of 5 and a first down Newark.
For my money, the bells at the beginning of AC/DC, Hell's Bell, or Metallica, for whom the bells toll. First officially, sir.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Oh, and they got a man lined up.
Meister's pass is complete. Complete to Trey Robinson. Brought down the play by Cam Ross and Cody Johnson. Pickup of 7, second and 3.
Pick up of 7 yards there. Rashawn Turner comes out of the game. There's a little bit of a, kind of like a little bit of a bootleg there of sorts, if you will. Little slot doubles here.
Giovanni Aber, the ball carrier. Brought down by Brennan Beecham. Pickup of 4, first down Newark.
Newark with another first down. What is the number of that young man who's playing slot? Or what's the name of that young man, Coach Keblinger, who's playing slot for the Wildcats? I believe it's number 19. He's a big young man.
Davis. Sure is. There's the 6'6", 260.
6'6", 260. Oh!
Meister, the ball carrier. Brought down in the backfield by a host of presidents, including number 16,
Looks like number
Bradley Pennington.
20, who I do not see listed for presidents. I'm guessing.
Loss of 3 on the play, second and 13.
I don't know who that is.
Must have been Chilton's.
Meister brought down the backfield by Jacob Arndt and Kobe Johnson.
Jacob Arndt and Kobe Johnson shot out of a cannon.
Third and 15.
All right, so this 3rd and 15, Coach Keblinger, if you're a bet man, what are they doing here?
Well, I'm throwing the ball to 6'6" Davis, I think.
Yeah, I'm throwing the ball to that kid all day long. I'm gonna bet that young man also plays basketball. You're not 6'6" and not playing basketball. That is an athletic man.
Looks the other
Oh!
way.
Meister's pass intended for Braden Tosi.
Looks like Braden Gruber is on the
Fourth and 15.
little bit of quarterback pressure there. All right, so the Prexies are able to bend but not break. Deep for the Prexies, I believe, is Kyrie Scott and Caden Fags, two dangerous human beings.
Is Max Durbin.
Should have seen Caden Fags last week, Coach Keplinger.
Was that 96 yards to the house?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Kyrie Scott.
That's a high punt. Prexies have to get away from that.
Get
It can
away.
bounce.
Friendly bounce for Newark. Looks like the Presidents will take over
Absolutely.
by the 16-yard line.
And I believe I did just say that the ball can bounce.
21-yard line.
Everyone sitting at home is like, really? You don't say, Captain Obvious.
First down. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
Hey, it's week 1 for us, Coach.
It is week 1 for us.
around the stadium this summer.
Needless to say,
First time in 15
we're a
years,
smidge rusty.
the venerable Harding Stadium has new lights, and here they come.
The PA announcer just announced everyone that there's new lights. Looks like an equipment issue caused the player to come out of the game.
Checking in under center for the Prexies,
Trinity-
Brady Wink.
Trinity Keith, I believe, came out of the game. Brady Wink keeps the ball.
Wink, the ball carrier.
Well, and up to this point, like I said, the Prexies haven't really got much of a running game going up to this point, and if they have, it's been the legs of Brady Wink.
2nd and 6 for the Presidents.
Brady Wink had a magnificent game against Mount Vernon. Not so hot last week, but, you know, the team itself didn't do so hot. But Wink is a 3-year starter. He's a veteran, and he's played a lot of football. Kid's got heart.
Dodges the pressure there. Nice tiptoes.
Pass is complete to Caden Fags.
Caden
The Jack
Fags.
Fags.
Pickup of 2 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 4.
All right, 3rd and 4 for the Prexies.
Man, he must have been way behind the line of scrimmage there when he threw that, because I thought that was a fairly positive gain.
I did too.
Quick 2 yards. Quick 2 yards.
I got to tell you what, though, that was a good play by Wink, though, man. He didn't panic. He stepped up. He evaded the sack, checked down, and was able to hit Fags coming across the formation.
One in the flats.
Swing pass.
Big gain from Keith there.
Trinity Keith on the gain. They must have watched the Buckeyes last night.
Did you see Ryan Williams ran the wrong route on his first touchdown run?
Sometimes that happens.
You're right.
Sometimes you do the wrong thing and it comes out the right way.
Fresh set of downs for the Presidents here
Absolutely.
in Newark territory.
See if the Prexies can establish a running game here. Wink sets up the pass. Brendan Beecham. And Wink took a shot, ladies and gentlemen. And he is on the ground. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him, folks.
Yes, sir. I admittedly followed the ball there once it left his hands, so I did not
Yeah, and I-
see that.
We can only hope that young man is okay. He's rolling over on his back. So, folks, while he is on the ground, we're going to take a quick commercial break with Marion Harding High School Telecom production.
And of course, chemists all study chemistry. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer chemistry as a field of study. So if you have a passion for science, love doing experiments, and want to perfect your analytical and communication skills, please see your guidance counselor or contact Mrs. Williams in room 235.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we got good news for all you Prexy fans at home. Brady Wink got up and he walked off the field. Coach Keplinger, that kid has ice water in his veins.
You're not wrong, and the laundry there was for a hold on the Presidents.
Really?
Not happen to see.
That play
All right.
brings up a 1st and 23 for the Presidents.
I just assumed because he was laying on the ground it was a late hit.
As did I.
Well, shows what I know. Hold on the Prexies. Prexies are now behind the sticks. That's coming back.
We've got more laundry here. Trinity Keith does a great job of making 3 or 4 Newark players miss there.
Yeah, he does. Well, and there was a hold on the backside of the play. Big number 73 is upset with himself because, you know, here's the thing. Holding happens on every play. We know that. Whether it gets seen or not is another story. Kind of like speeding, right? Everybody speeds.
Speak for yourself, Coach.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Prexi's #1 fan, Matt Klaus, in the stands, not happy with that call.
What we got here? 1st and Mount Gilead?
Yep, 1st and Mount Gilead. If they get this 1st down, they might be able to get themselves a bologna sandwich in Waldo.
Airing it out. Jump ball.
Oh, and he caught it!
So Stokes makes a great catch, takes off 20 yards after the catch,
Well,
and the ball
and
is
that-
recovered by Newark.
that is an example of what happens sometimes when a youngster is trying so hard to make a play that he just makes a mistake. He was doing everything he could to stiff arm that guy off of him because he was so worried about the end zone. And you know what? I don't blame him. He could see the end zone. He could taste the end zone. He could smell the end zone. Just tried a little too hard to make a play there, and sometimes those things happen. The only positive in this is that you have Newark deep in their territory. The negative is the Prexies take away what looked like surefire points.
Newark with the ball at their own 5-yard line, 1st and 10.
Newark
Incredible
comes
effort
out
to
in a
play
tight
though.
set.
Like a full house formation.
Holding.
And late laundry.
Ryan Whitner, the ball carrier.
So they might have a couple fouls here. I'm wondering if these might be offsetting, but I know that there's certainly a holding call on Newark. We'll see what we have here. All right, delay a game. So that's a dead ball
Dead
penalty.
ball,
That
nothing,
play did not happen. Half the distance to the goal, which now makes it 1st and about 12 and puts Newark on the 2.5-yard line.
A 1st and 12 for the Wildcats.
All right, looks like they come down in a tight set yet again. 2 tight end set.
Whitner, the ball carrier.
Oh, and
flag.
another flag. I got to believe that's got to be a hold.
Flag on the play.
Yep, that's a hold. Tell you what, Coach, I haven't seen this much laundry since I was doing my laundry in college at the laundromat.
That's
And you can tell it's early in the season because that's a terrible analogy.
I thought it. I mean, it makes
you
sense
like it?
to me.
All right.
What is that? 5 plays out of 6 with a flag here.
Yeah. I haven't seen that many flags since I went to the National Flag Emporium in Peoria, Illinois.
That
didn't know that was a
penalty is declined by the Presidents.
President's decline.
Gain of 1 on the play.
And you know that's a smart call, right?
2nd
Sure.
and a long
Yeah, I mean, you're
run.
only getting, what, a half yard?
You get a half yard, exactly, yeah. Now,
Take the down at this point.
what can happen is if holding is called in the end zone, that's an automatic safety.
That's fair. Pop pass.
Meister's pass is complete to K.R. Davis.
Well, and that's a smart play, right? You throw it to the big man who can go up over top of everybody and catch it, which is exactly what they did.
Number 5, Kyrie Scott.
When you got a 6'6" tight end, you throw it to him. Oh, here comes the third down bells. All right. Newark comes out and twins up top. And I think
Just enough.
he might have just had enough and had enough of an angle there. Well, and if you
Can't tell
notice,
on the spot, though.
they're running towards big. Oh, no, he didn't get it.
Meister carries for a gain of 1.
They're going to punt it.
Is 4th down.
Coach, I've noticed that they're running to big number 19 a lot. In that slot, he's kind of their de facto fullback.
Back for the Presidents, Keith and Scott.
All right. Trinity Keith and Scott, Kyrie Scott are back. Prexy's called a timeout because they realized they had too many men on the field. Coach Ross calls a smart timeout there, realizing he had too many men on the field.
Yeah, penalty flag there. It's a first down.
First down.
That's a real
exactly.
good call.
Well, and right now, you know, you're playing field position game because you have Newark pinned back. And you got to believe on this punt, Prexy's, unless this is a great punt that gets a great bounce, the Prexy's are going to get the ball certainly on their side of the field. And offensively, Prexy's look good.
Yeah, ball's been moving.
Yeah. Literally two holding calls and a fumble where a youngster was just trying really hard to make a play. You know, that was a hustle play. I'll take that all day, every day.
On the punt for Newark is Max Durbin. Back for the Presidents, Trinity Keith and Kyrie Scott.
Ooh. Another high
punt.
Harding
All
bounced
right.
this time.
Harding ball on the 40, I believe 44-yard line.
Dead at the 44-yard line. Punt of 30 yards. That's where the Presidents will take over first down.
All right, let's see what the Prexy offense can do in their second possession. Really good crowd here tonight, Coach.
It's a
I'd say
beautiful
the home stands are pretty much almost full.
Yes, sir. Beautiful night to be out here for a football game.
Trinity Keith, the ball carrier. Brought down the play by Cameron Van Valkenburg.
Nice little, I believe, a 3-yard gain. Oh, the PA announcer says 2.
I'll tell you what, Coach. New lights don't fix our old eyes, do they?
No, they don't. They really, really don't. I just need some solid numbers, man. Our numbers are red to. Nice swing pass there. Oh, and he's still going. You know, I'm going to tell you, I remember a couple years ago having a conversation with the legendary Marion Harding High School Hall of Famer Thaddeus Carter, and we were talking about some of the younger players, and I believe at this time Trinity Keith was a freshman, and I remember Coach Carter telling me, he said, I'm telling you what, this Keith kid, he can ball. And up to this point, it's been the Trinity Keith show, man. Nice little counter action there, but Newark was on that and sniffed it out like a dog on a milk bone.
We're playing the hits early, Coach.
The hits are coming. That's track 5 of Keplinger and Schneider's greatest hits.
You usually got to stay for morning dew.
We're trying to do our best Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson impressions, right?
Something like that.
Something like that. All right. Trinity Keith in the backfield. Wink takes a snap, looks, throws. Oh, and he threw it just behind him. I mean, Fags was open. Like Waffle House, always open.
Did you happen to see the guy that lost his fantasy football bet and had to spend 24 hours in a Waffle House?
I bet that was an interesting slice of Americana.
Yeah, for sure. He had
24 hours in a Waffle House.
Each waffle he ate, he got an hour reduced from his sentence. So I think he wound up with like 16 hours at a Waffle House and 8 waffles, if that math's correct.
That's kind of a win-win, if you ask me.
I think I'd be done after 5.
Oh! Well, and I think here you're in 4-down territory, you know? Are they going to try a field goal?
Looks like it.
They are. Jordan has a live leg. We know that. But this would be about a 35-ish yard field goal. So that's you got to have a live leg in high school to hit that. See if he can get this.
Had the distance.
It had the distance. Well, and you know, when you're up here at this angle, it looks like he made it. Now I'm gonna tell you right now with the Prexies, it's really all about missed opportunities. And here's where the Prexies really have to get better. When the opportunities present themselves, you have to take them. Because, and I'm not saying Newark's not a good team, because Newark has athletes and they can play. But against a good program, you have to take opportunities when they are presented to themselves, because that's how you win ball games. Once again, the Wildcats running towards big number 19. 1 minute and 40-some-odd seconds left in the first quarter. Second and 5.
Brought down a play by Arndt.
The Arn Eater.
Also brought down by Willie Abrams.
Smooth. Willie Abrams also on the tackle. First down for the Wildcats.
They continue to run 19's way, Coach. Something you keyed on early there. But
all day,
it's
every
held
day.
True. First down here for Newark.
May very well be the last play of the first quarter. That was a counter right there. Blown up by Kobe Johnson.
No gain, 7-10.
Tell you what,
Kobe's been in the backfield quite a bit.
Kobe has been in the backfield quite a bit.
Needs a nickname. Barracuda.
I like that.
Me too.
Kobe the Barracuda Johnson. All right, folks, That's the end of the first, 0-0. We're going to take a quick commercial break with Marion.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The U.S. Army Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps is one of the largest character development and citizenship programs for youth in the world. Their mission is to promote character and leadership development focused on developing self-confidence, discipline, citizenship, leadership skills, and a sense of responsibility within the individual cadet. Throughout this course, cadets will focus on developing citizenship and patriotism. They will develop self-reliance and responsiveness to all authority, improving the ability to communicate well both orally and in writing. They will develop an appreciation of the importance of physical fitness. They will increase a respect for the role of the U.S. Armed Forces in support of national objectives. They will develop a knowledge of team building skills and basic military skills. In addition, anyone taking the 1 to 3 years of this course grants cadets the ability to rank higher should they pursue a military career pathway. For more information, contact your guidance counselor or see Lieutenant Colonel Espinoza in room 234.
And we are back with the second quarter here. Harding and Newark tied at 0. Newark ends the first quarter with a big chunk play here.
Coach, is it really a tie when it's 0-0? I've often wondered that.
You know?
Oh!
Pass intended for Braden Tootsie falls
They tie
incomplete.
in soccer if it's 0-0.
That brings up a third down.
I think soccer and hockey are the only professional sports where you can actually tie. In hockey, they do about everything they can to keep you from tying.
That's true. Playing 3-on-3 anymore in the NHL. Like
I'm telling you.
3rd and 10.
All right, let's see if the Prexies can get something done here. Come out in true gun doubles.
Pressure. Little
Screen. Oh, and the
That's
screen
going nowhere.
is sniffed out.
Brought down by Willie Abrams.
Smooth Willie Abrams.
Loss of 3 on the play. 4th and 13.
All right, so up to this point, we have some nicknames here. We have Smooth Willie Abrams, Kobe the Barracuda Johnson. It's a high punt. Oh, that was a dangerous catch.
Brought down on the play by Terrell Williams.
All right, so up to this point, the offense for the Prexies has had so many opportunities and has just been unable to cash in on them. Let's see if Wink and the boys can settle down and start to get our athletes out in space. I'll tell you one play that has worked well for us, Coach Keplinger. That swing pass, man.
Money.
Where the Prexies take over first down.
That swing pass is so money it doesn't even know it.
Four wide receiver set here.
Keep the ball carrier.
Well, and I'm going to tell you,
Brought down by Kyron Feaster
tried to do a little counter there, and that just didn't work.
and Cameron Van Valkenburg.
And really, what happened there was the backside blocking just didn't get it done because I believe it was number 59 there was able to just shoot through and get a hold of Trinity before anything could happen. Good defensive play there by the Wildcats.
Look out.
Wings pass complete to Brennan Beecham. Pick up of 3, 3rd and 13.
All right, Prex is only able to pick up 3, and that is why you don't want to get behind the sticks, Coach, because when you lose 6 and you pick up 3, you still have 13 to go.
Long way home.
It's a long way home. 3rd and Upper Sandusky. See if the Prexies can get something done here. Oh!
Wings pass intended for Caden Fags falls incomplete.
Right idea. Just a little too much mustard there.
Well, and
Looked
right
like a
now,
quick double move.
I don't know if Winks throws are off, if our routes aren't where they're supposed to be. I'm having a hard time right now because we have some open wide receivers, but I just don't know if Wink is off or if his wide receivers aren't where he expects them to be. Big Cam Rayner runs on the field for punt team. Prexy's got to get it off here.
The mayor to punt.
Not a bad punt.
Down before it takes too much of a Newark bounce.
So up to this point,
Marquise the Beast. And he said, Coach, you got to say duh, not the.
Not the, but duh.
Duh.
Marquise. Duh Beast.
Kid's got impeccable taste in music, by the way.
Does he?
Yes, he does. He's taken over the third period sociology playlist. So
All right.
you make enough good suggestions in a row, working out for him. Pitch left.
Oh! It was a nice hit.
Brought down the play by Bradley Pennington.
Bradley Pennington, second
Pick up a 4.
and 6.
Pick up a 3, 2nd and 7.
All right. The scoreboard says 7, so I'm going to go with that.
Mine eyes do not deceive me. This time.
This time, right?
Meister, ball carrier.
Looks like a pickup of about
Down by
3,
Sean
4.
Turner.
Dr. Smooth on the tackle. Yep. We said that in unison. Jinx.
3rd and 3.
Dr. Smooth. I got to tell you, I went to Attaboys this summer for the first time. The restaurant his mom and dad own.
Oh, goodness.
And I was waiting for the dust to settle a little bit because I knew everyone was excited to open. What a magnificent place. Holy
Absolutely.
smokes.
One of my,
Such good food, and the Turners are such great people.
one of my professional development days last year, that was my lunch. And ooh, tell you what,
Meister, the ball carrier.
lots of eye candy on that play.
Yeah.
Meister brought down by Cameron Ross.
Well, and I really thought that the QB gave it on that one.
Bradley Pennington.
I saw
with
Kobe
number
Johnson,
4,
I think,
picks up
blitzing off the
5,
edge.
First down, Wildcats.
Coach, you do anything fun this summer?
You know what? I didn't.
All right.
And I loved every moment of it.
That's perfect.
Actually, we did. We got a family pass to Cedar Point, and it was
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
We went like 5 times. It was great.
I haven't been to Cedar Point in a decade. I need to go again. Now I'm afraid, though, that like the odometer hit 30-something, that it may not be.
Meister pass and
It's kind to me.
Well, you know, the older you get, Coach, you develop something called fear.
Ah, yes.
And the great thing about having a pass to Cedar Point is if you don't ride everything, it's cool because you know you can come back. So, like, one day my daughters and I literally, like, left Marion at noon,
Sure.
got there, rode 2 rides, left, got some Wendy's on the way home, and we were home by, like, 6,
Perfect.
6:15. It was awesome.
Yeah, we'll try again next week. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely, right. Jacob, Mr. Goodbar. My daughter asked me the other day, she said, Dad, what did you want to be when you grow up? I said, Jacob Barr. Jacob Barr.
That's funny. I like that.
He's athletic, he's handsome, and his dad's a heck of a guy. Jacob, Mr. Goodbar.
3rd and long here. What a of time for a negative play, I'd say.
I would say so. Oh! Kyrie Scott jumps up in the air and swats it down like Pete Sampras smacking a tennis ball.
Did a good job playing center field there, I'll tell you what.
He sure did. Oh, and a high snap.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and he fumbled it. He might still have a chance. Oh, wow.
Gets the punt off, rugby style. Not a bad punt, all things considered.
I'm going to tell you. Sometimes the football gods smile on you. Somehow that kid took a bad snap, got it off, and still, wow. So, like, sometimes, you know, you run the wrong way, and you get a 72-yard touchdown run. Sometimes the ball snapped over your head, you scramble to get it, you get the kickoff, and you pin the other team inside the 15-yard line.
You can't predict football, Coach.
You can't. You never know which way the ball will bounce. All right, let's see if this Prexy offense, which is at open receivers, big plays, but has just been plagued by inconsistency here, can really get things going.
There's that swing. Covered that time. Good coverage there.
Depending on the play, number 22, Gavin Folk.
Well, and at this point, Wink is just kind of throwing the ball up and letting his wide receivers go and make some plays. And in that case, you know.
I think Stokes is going to win his fair share of battles.
Oh, he is. And Stokes was there, but, you know, that wasn't bad coverage by that young man. Stokes actually had to reach over that young man's body to try to catch the ball, and it was just enough to keep him from catching it.
It's like a very similar
Nice
play.
dump. Nice dump.
Good block.
All right, that was I believe, a first down. We had some Harding fans upset with that. They thought that was a late hit, but it was not.
First down, Presidents. Tell you what, I think I keep going Keith in space until they tell you
I agree
otherwise.
with you. I mean, at this point, you just got to get the ball in Trinity Keith's hands. There's not much more you need to do than that.
Quick out.
Stokes.
Waits pass complete to West Stokes. Knocked out of bounds by Terrell Williams.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, if they're going to give you those little hitch routes to Stokes, man, I'm going to throw them all night. Because eventually what's going to happen is Stokes is going to break one. You know, he's going to be able to catch that ball, spin, and, you know, before you know it, could be dancing in the end zone.
Just misses Beecham.
Pass intended for Brennan Beecham falls incomplete.
Well, and I got to tell you, I think Wink put the ball where it was supposed to be. I just don't think Beecham was expecting it. I mean, do my eyes deceive me, but it looked like the ball was right there. I just don't think Beecham was expecting it at that point. I don't think he had really come out of his break where he thought the ball was going to be, and there it was.
3rd and 5 here for the Presidents. Pressure.
Brady Wink, the ball carrier. Brought down in the backfield by Calvin.
Looked like he had a hole there for a second. It just closed
Yeah,
up
he did.
quick.
Well, and really, it's the Prexy's offense just continues to sputter.
In the punt away for the Prexy, Jordan Hensley. Back for the Wildcats, Trey Robinson and Caleb Hall.
Huh?
Oh, and he just missed the tackle.
Trey Robinson on the return.
Newark has good field position.
Bend don't break time for the
Brought
Harding
down by
defense.
C.J. Temple.
4 minutes and 52 seconds, and what has been a lackluster first half.
That punt traveled 29 yards.
Harding's defense is,
Robinson's return, good for
if there is one
15.
positive tonight, Harding's
First
defense
down,
has played well.
Wildcats.
Let's see if the Wildcats, if they do run the ball, decide to run towards big number 19. And look at that.
Tale as
David
old as
the ball
time.
carrier.
So from an X's and O's standpoint, Coach Schneider, is that something you feel like you can key on, or is that something you think they want you to key on, hit you with something later?
Well, I think that's probably something they want you to key on.
Okay.
But the idea is once you figure out a team's tendencies, that's when they're going to start throwing things at you. So, yeah, maybe they're going to run the big number 19 and they're going to get you blitzing on that side, but then they'll go the other way, or they'll run a little bootleg, or
Meister's pass is complete.
and I said bootleg, and they ran a
Bootleg.
quasi bootleg there.
Pickup of 6, second and 4.
Well, and really, at this point, just go back to the Prex's offense. Really what's killing them right now, there's a lot of different things that's killing them, but they've had to be one-dimensional because they cannot establish the run. So because of that, you know they're going to pass it. So if you're a defense, you know what you got to do. You're just going to try to tee off all day long. And you're gonna disguise your coverage. You're going to make things tough for Wink, and that's really where we're at right now.
Blitz.
Nice blitz. Jacob Arndt,
Brought down by Temple.
It's the Arn Eater.
the Arn Eater. Somewhere, Billy Ray Cyrus is crying because his mullet, when he was achy-breaky harding it, is nowhere near as cool as Jacob, the Arn Eaters.
It's third down.
You know what else I like about Jacob Arndt? He's a Fair Park kid.
Fair enough.
And Fair Park kids, they're tough. I've never known a Fair Park kid who wasn't tough, Coach Keplinger. He's tough. All right, I gotta believe Newark's in 4-down territory here.
Meister's pass is complete to K'Var Davis.
I
Brought down the
don't.
play
He got the first.
by Hayden Fags. Not before a pickup of 11 and a first down Wildcats.
11 yards for Davis there.
All right. Wildcats have a promising drive.
Taylor the ball carrier.
Rashawn Turner lost his helmet. Looks like they blew the play dead. I wonder how he lost his helmet. Did it get ripped off?
I just think it fell off.
I saw a
Is that
flag.
Is that a penalty in high school?
I
if
don't
you
know
lose
if it
your
is or
helmet?
not. Is it? It's not like you mean to lose it, right? And he kept playing. What's he supposed to do? Stop? Oh, God, I lost my helmet and run off the field? I don't know about you, but if I lost my helmet in the middle of the play, guess what? I'd still play. You know who lost their helmet one time when he was running in a touchdown? John Elway. You know what he did? Ran in the touchdown. I think they're conferring on this. I don't.
Taylor the ball carrier. Gain of 2. There was a flag on the play.
The only thing I can think of is that was like a 5-yard penalty, so apparently losing your helmet is a penalty. I don't.
Yes. Question
Whatever.
mark?
They took the referee class. They would know,
That's fair.
you know?
Back to that about full house look.
Nice tackle by Kyrie Scott.
Brought down the play by 5, Kyrie Scott.
Looks like Newark
A loss of 1.
lost the yard on that. Newark comes out in a tight set. Eye back. Under center.
Meister's pass is complete to Terrell Williams. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Will. Newark scores. You cannot put your defense in poor positions and expect them to hold up all night. Eventually, something's got to give.
I think they were only 41 yards from pay dirt there by the time we took over. So.
Absolutely.
Into the Wildcats to attempt the extra point. Number 2, Max Sterling.
And at this point, the story of the game has been missed opportunities by the Prexies offense. However, Prexies have 2 timeouts, 1 minute and 14 seconds left to try to get something done before halftime.
And the Marion Presidents 0.
What you want to be careful, though, is to put yourself in a situation where you take no time off the clock with 3 straight downs, not get a first down, and give the ball back to Newark with 3 timeouts left.
Take a deep breath and just play a little bit, Coach.
Absolutely. And listen, at this point, it's not what Newark is doing. It's what the Prexies aren't doing, and that's executing on offense. If we can start executing on offense, the receivers are open, the runs are there. We just need to get the throws there. We need to get the blocking set, and we can do it. Know this, though.
Let's go, Prexy fans.
Prexies always dangerous on the return.
Set the kickoff for the Wildcats, Mario Lopez.
Did they say the kicker for Newark is named Mario Lopez?
Jairo Lopez.
Oh, I thought like Mario
heard
Lopez, like
I heard
AC
Mario
Slater.
too.
Oh, that's a horse collar tackle. The
These-
Prexies got lucky on that.
Yeah, these might offset here.
There are multiple flags on the play.
Prexies got lucky on that in the sense that Kyrie reversed field and ended up losing yardage, but that was a horse collar tackle. In the words of the Beatles song off the album, Beatles for Sale, you can't do that. I think there's also a chant that people like to do at games. You can't do that. Do. You can't do that. All right. So the Prexies get a gift here. Looks like the refs are trying to figure it out.
So it looks like they picked up the first flag, Coach, and the horse collar is going to be the only thing getting called.
Okay. I'll take that.
At
Prexies
least
in a little better field position
That's
here.
my interpretation.
Result of the penalty spots the ball at the Marion Harding 28-yard line. First down, Prexy.
All right.
So a minute to operate here for the Presidents.
Minute and 2 timeouts. Prex has come out in double wides. I said double wides like it's a trailer or something. Doubles, shotgun doubles.
You've got mullet stuck in your mind.
I do.
Good
All right,
catch
to
by
the line,
Stokes there.
Prexies.
Brought down the play by Gavin Falk. Pickup of 6, 74.
Time is short. Come on.
Right now, though, Ryan. Right now, though, Ryan. Right now, though, Ryan. There you go. Watch back now. Watch back.
Oh, Stokes makes a catch.
Wow.
That's a catch.
Big time players make big time plays at big time times. Wesley Megatron Stokes.
Going for him again.
Oh, he called it.
Yep.
He called it.
Pass interference there.
Pass interference. Want to give a shout out to my nephew Justin, who had a scrimmage the other day in which he had 3 sacks.
All right.
Wearing number 32 like his Uncle Todd. Coach Thaddeus Carter tried to claim that he wore it for him, but we all know who the legend in 32 is. And it's not me, and it's not Thaddeus. It's Lamar Harris.
Result of the penalty. Ball spotted at the 17 and another first down.
You know the good thing about that penalty, too? Stop the clock.
No matter what, yeah.
All right, let's see if the Prexies can get on the board here.
I think this is where that helps too, keeping those timeouts in play. You can look over the middle a little bit, and you don't really have to
Absolutely.
throw a home run ball yet. Well,
Timeout, Marion Harding.
as I say that,
As you say that,
the commentator, and we're
they-
gonna use one.
they call a timeout.
Correction, timeout Newark.
Oh, never mind. Newark called a timeout. The Prexies still have dos timeouts. For those who don't habla el español, that means 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ohio Health is the official.
I gotta tell you, Coach,
provider of the
when I was walking in the stadium tonight, I thought to myself, I don't know if there's a more beautiful stadium in the state of Ohio to play high school football.
It's a good one. I'll tell you what. One of my buddies from college went to Waterston. I think played a playoff game here, and he just talks about it all the time of how, like, man, what a place to play.
Well, you know the amazing thing about this stadium? This old girl's 17 years away from being 100. She's 83 years old, man,
That's impressive.
and she has served this community very well. A lot of people don't realize that there were some really very good Marion Catholic teams back in the 60s that also played on this field, some state championship teams.
Stokes home run ball.
Oh!
Wings pass intended for Stokes falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Hits the left hand, just can't finish the catch.
Yeah, Wink Stokes was able to break away and get open. Wink just put a little too much mustard on it, because really what you got to do in that situation, you don't want to underthrow it, because that's how interceptions happen. So you put a little too much on that, and you hope your wide receiver can make a play. Stokes is usually pretty good at making those, but
Is time a factor now, Coach?
yeah,
Took
well,
that long?
you got 10 seconds left. I think you got enough to take at least 2 more shots, but they have to be shots to the end zone. They can't be underneath.
That's a quick push there. Yep. He got pushed.
Pass intended for Stokes. Flag on the play.
Now the Prexies get 15 yards, and really what you can do now you have a shorter field, and what you can do is you can bunch some wide receivers up, you can run some routes across a formation. It really opens things up when you and he called it off. Oh, no.
No flag on the play.
Don't throw it if you're going to pick it up. Holy smokes.
Does the throw factor into that? An uncatchable ball.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know, man. Don't throw it if you're going to pick it up.
Also, if a guy's contacted, you don't know if it was catchable or not. Because he
Right.
wasn't able to finish his route.
Right.
But
Well,
hey, what do I know?
you got 7 seconds left, so you got to take 2 shots. The thing is, the Prexies, I mean, you got a timeout here, so don't allow yourself to get a delay of game. Throw it.
Jump ball. That one was well defended.
And that takes us to halftime.
Clock is 0.
Too little, too late. Newark 6, Prexies nothing.
Halftime.
Halftime.
Because all of the sciences involve matter and the interactions between types of matter. The study of chemistry opens doors to many careers. Students wanting to become doctors, nurses, physicists, nutritionists, geologists, pharmacists, and of course chemists all study chemistry. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer chemistry as a field of study. So if you have a passion for science, love doing experiments, and want to perfect your analytical and communication skills, please see your guidance counselor or contact Mrs. Williams in room 235 for more information.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And thank goodness, Coach Keplinger, we played 2 halves of football because the first half of football was extremely uneventful for the Marion Harding Prexies. Well, I'll restate that. It was eventful, but it was eventful in the fact that there were no events that we liked.
Led to scores
Yeah,
in American football rules.
exactly. Now, can I say this? 1, we had wings at halftime, and they were delicious. 2, the band was magnificent. 3, the lights look amazing.
They really do.
And 4, I'm going to make a prediction. The Prexies went in there. They drew up some plays in the sand. They're going to fix those mistakes, and we're going to come back and win this ball game. Your thoughts on that, Coach?
And we have an amazing telecom crew.
And we have to say that we have an amazing telecom crew, ladies and gentlemen. The only student-run television station in all of Ohio. The best, the greatest in all of the land. John Mullins and his telecom minions.
Are we allowed to say? I'm just, no.
Minions, yes. Like the movie Minions, right?
No, I know. I'm having fun.
With us,
no reason to disagree with your prediction.
using
by the way.
the wide shot, we have Kyler Peppard. Kyler, say hello to all your friends at home.
Hi.
Kyler, have you seen Chet Westerfield recently? No,
Chet
you have not
Westerfield,
seen
the
Chet.
legend of Chet Westerfield.
I love that guy.
I think I saw Chet Westerfield one time
Was he with
wrestle.
Jimmy Hoffa?
He wrestled a grizzly bear.
Oh, wow.
I know. And he was friends with Jimmy Hoffa. Apparently him and Jimmy Hoffa like to get ice cream sundaes together, apparently.
So we were ready to kick here, and now there are 2 more minutes on the clock.
So they have to listen to us talk for 2 more minutes, huh?
I mean, it's no pleasant rain out 6-hour soliloquy, but
No. That was something else. Folks, I want to take this time to talk about all the wonderful things going on in Marion City Schools. First of all, we have to thank our administration and all the wonderful people that have done all of the things to allow our children to return safely to school, and also all of the time and effort that has been put into our buildings and grounds, whether it's the stadium, whether it was getting Grant Withrow ready for the youngsters, whether it's the welding lab over at Harding Withrow, the new industrial maintenance lab at Harding High School, the construction lab at Harding Withrow. A lot of great things happen in Marion City schools that people really just aren't aware of. Yeah, it's a very busy summer, you know. It's a very, very busy summer. And, you know, we've had 3 full weeks of school. Somehow, somewhere, when we voted on calendars, we decided we needed 3 full weeks to start out the school year. That's a rough one, isn't it?
It's it felt early, that's for sure.
Ooh.
It might be the earliest I've, as a student or a teacher, that we've ever started.
And it certainly didn't help that, boy, howdy, the previous 2 weeks, not so much this week, but the previous 2 weeks were literally Hades front porch hot. I thought a couple times I was going to step outside and high-five Mephistopheles himself because it was hot.
I heard it described as the weather. They had Stanley dig in holes in the book holes, or the movie holes.
I think that's a good description. So, even though the Prexies find themselves down 6-0, they get the ball to start the second half. The stands are on their feet. I think it's safe to say the home fans are what the children these days like to call hype. Faux show. Oh! Did you see him hit the X button?
I saw that B button.
Did you see that spin move? I haven't seen spin moves like that since James Brown was breaking it down.
Shades of Braxton Miller against Virginia Tech.
Man! Speaking of that, how excited are the people out there that NCAA football video game gets to make a comeback?
I think we're still a few years away, but yeah, I'm ready.
I'm excited. I'm sure EA Sports has to figure out how they're going to pay everybody in the NIL settlement, the name and likeness that the NCAA is allowed to do now. Wink steps, looks,
looking to the air,
fires underneath. Caden Fags. I'm going to tell you what I saw on that. I saw Caden Hill blocking a man so far downfield that he blocked him beyond where Caden Fags caught the ball. And I'm going to tell you, not only does Caden Hill have amazing hair, but that young man, if he's blocking somebody that far downfield, that is heart, ladies and gentlemen. Pure, unadulterated grit and heart. Oh, my goodness! Oh! Oh! I've got palpitations! That was exciting, Coach.
I like that. Had a little backyard feel to it, didn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the President's chance to take the lead here on the PAT.
Have a chance with the PAT to take the lead. In the words,
oh, he marked him out. Nope, just kidding.
Oh, they did mark him out. Well, in the words of Kurt Van Houten's #1 hit, Glove of Love, he one-handed that and took his hand with the Glove of Love and with a one-hand catch got it down very deep into Prexy territory. Wink! Wink!
Peter.
Oh! I think it's safe to say that I do, in fact, now have palpitations. Oh! Oh! And somewhere in the neighborhood surrounding Harding Stadium, dogs are hiding as the fireworks go off. And just like that,
How you doing, Coach?
Well, I'm a lot happier now than I was a minute and 4 seconds ago. And what happened on that play, Coach, on that side of that whole series, is the Prexy's athletes made plays. Because I'm going to tell you, folks, there are not a lot of teams we're going to face this year that can match the speed or the tenacity of a Keith, of a Scott, of a Fags, and has the game-tested experience of a Brady Wing.
Set the kick away for the president, Jordan Hensley. Back deep for Newark. Trey Johnson and Orion Whitmer.
All right, and just like that, the Prexys find themselves back on top, and my blood pressure has gone back down.
Great kick from Hensley.
Yeah. Oh!
Whitmer on return. Whitmer brought down by Kobe Johnson. Ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. First down, Newark.
I tell you what, Coach, I like these new lights.
Me too.
I'm telling you, I don't want to brag, but I'm doing all right, getting good grades. These lights are so awesome, I might have to wear shades.
I feel like I walked into that one.
Yes, you did. I
I
set that one up.
The whole of Marion County walked into that
They
one.
sure did, Coach Keplinger. They sure did. Little toss there. And I'm going to tell you, I think number 74 there got away with a hold on Jacob, Mr. Goodbar. Jacob really was trying to rip off there and couldn't, and number 74 was hugging him like he was trying to slow dance with him at the prom.
Any more dancing, you might have heard some Casey and JoJo start playing.
Ooh, man, you're throwing it way back. Some 90s Casey and JoJo. Man.
I think the 90s are in again.
Yeah, they are. I have, oh!
Whitmer the ball carrier.
Looks like
Brought down by Gruber.
Braden Gruber, son of Marion, Ohio legend, BJ Gruber.
It's third down.
All right, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. And the bells, they toll. Coach Keplinger, the bells, they toll.
And time marches on.
Yes, it does. I think he might have spun just enough to get it.
Brought down by Abrams and on pickup of two. First down, Newark.
It's like a common thing that they do in football games. They do it like pretty much everywhere from Marion, Ohio to Seattle, Washington, you know? Just one of those things. All right, Newark is able to squeeze ahead just enough there to get a first down. See if they will stay true and run to big number 19. And oh, almost a sack there. Tell you what, though, the Prexys, they read that well in the fact that there was nowhere for the quarterback to throw.
Yeah, I think they've run that a couple times where 19 kind of.
Yeah, 19 kind of like, yeah, 19 kind of comes across the formation, and he almost becomes like, he's that outlet in the flat there for the quarterback.
Well covered, though.
Yeah. And they run to number 19 again.
Looks like yard, half yard short.
Oh, there's a hold. It's coming back.
And Bays. Flag on the play.
Coach Keplinger, through years of watching Rocky movies, do you remember what the song at the beginning of Rocky was that the guys were singing around the trash can? Do you remember that? Yeah. The lyrics went like this: take it back, do-do-do-do-do, take it back. And little known fact, the guy singing Take It Back around the trash can was none other than Sylvester Stallone's brother, Frank Stallone.
All right.
So there's your little, phone a friend when you are on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Is that show still on, by the way? Syndication, maybe?
Couldn't follow.
I don't know
I'm
either.
a millennial. I do streaming services. I have no clue. False start?
Yep, false start. And that false start came because the Prexies had their ears pinned back and they were ready to rock and roll.
You can't snow the snowman, Coach
You
Schneider.
can't snow the snowman. Speaking of rock and roll, Coach Keplinger,
Hit me.
I have tickets at the end of September to see none other than the Guns N' Roses.
Yeah?
Pretty excited about that, young man.
I found that,
Pretty excited.
The song Welcome to the Jungle, I just don't think that the jungle is very welcoming at all.
No. Apparently they have fun and games in the jungle, though. Not sure about that, but don't know if I want to go. Oh!
Into a little screen there.
Well, and the screen pass, if it's executed beautifully, is one of those few plays that works at all levels of football. It really does. And really, the beauty of the screen pass is the O lineman basically let the D lineman run upfield. And what happens is the D lineman's brain is almost like he almost gets excited, like when you're getting ready to throw a ball to a dog, right? They get excited, like, oh my God, I've got a beautiful pass rush, only to realize that's what they want you to do. They're trying to set you up. Really hard to defend. Great job by the Prexies defending that.
Overthrown.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the Prexies got a little pressure on the quarterback there, but if the quarterback would have been able to put that on the money, the wide receiver for the Wildcats was open.
For Newark, Max Durbin set the return for the Prexies, Tyree Scott, and Trinity Keith.
We await the punt. Been a little bit of an adventure watching the punts
Oh,
today.
the Prexies had too many men on the field.
Oh,
That's okay though. It's 4th and 22. You can allow that penalty. Coach Ross is salty on the sidelines.
I think heard that's 2 times. So
Yeah.
Don't want that.
And really what happens right now is you don't want to be the coach in charge of the punt team, because right now you're getting the business, if you will.
A talking to?
Yeah. Tell you what, the worst coach to be in the world when things go wrong is the get-back coach. If you get a sideline penalty and you're the get-back coach, nobody knows you exist until they know you exist. Oh, another low snap. Oh, gosh, we could have blocked that.
Ooh.
I tell you what, we're living a little dangerously though on catching those punts. I mean, I love to see the ball in the hands of our athletes, especially a young man like Kyrie Scott. But woo, that gives me palpitations in a bad way, Coach.
Hold your breath for half a second there,
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Ball is spotted at the Prexy 29-yard line, first down.
According to my watch, my heart rate's up right now, Coach.
Uh-oh.
I know. Where's the trainer? Call the trainer.
How old are you now, Zilla?
40, Coach.
My
Turn 40. Yep.
So I am the age now that you were when I got hired.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I like that.
We've come full circle, my friend.
Wheels.
Oh, and there's a hold. Unfortunately, there's a hold. Now it's going to be a spot foul, so it looks like the Prexies very well may have the first down, but they're gonna march the ball back. So the Prexies are probably going to get a fresh set of downs, but they're also going to lose yardage. Yeah, that's a spot foul, folks.
Who'd they call it on, though?
I don't know.
Because that's gonna factor. If it's at the line, that comes all the way back, right? I think they're going on Stokes there when he went to block.
Oh. No.
That is a 10-yard spot foul. Brings up a 1st and 4 for Marion.
Okay. So it was a spot foul. I was right, but it brings up a first and 4. I've heard of 1st and 5.
I was going to say, how many 1st and 4s you see in your life, Coach?
Haven't seen many 1st and 4s in my life.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. Yes.
What is that, OMC?
Yes, it was. Oh! And Wink stepped up in the pocket, and Fags was open, and he just released it a little too low. All right, 2nd and 4. Still in good position here to get a first down. Once again, haven't seen the Prexies run the ball much. Something that I still would love to see them do. Certainly don't want to be a one-dimensional team. You certainly want to be able to run the rock. See if they try to run it here. Oh! And I'm going to tell you, Wink put that on the money. Fags, knowing how, I'm going to tell you what went through that young man's head right now. Fags is fast, and he knows he's fast.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Fags knows the moment he catches that ball, he's going north and south, and he's heading up the field. So, and listen, Fags is an amazing athlete. He's extremely fast. I mean, he was a state qualifier in track last year. That doesn't happen accidentally. His dad was fast, too, I can tell you that. Played with his pops 23 years ago. There we go.
First down.
Matthew Thomas with the catch. I think that's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Sure is. Timely grab.
Brendan Beecham checks out of the ball game. Student section chanting first down. Oh!
Wink's pass intended for Stokes falls incomplete.
Wink put too much on that.
And the air raid vehicle continues.
It does. And once again, listen, we're having success throwing the ball, but I would sure like to see us establish a run game. I guess I'm just an old-fashioned guy, Coach.
Old man yells at cloud.
I
I still love you.
I do, yes, yes. And when I'm at it, sometimes I yell at kids to get off my lawn.
Yeah?
Hey, you, get off of my lawn.
And cloud.
Yeah, true story. Oh, and he came back to it.
That's a catch.
Coach, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think he called that. I think he trapped it. But this isn't the NFL, and we don't have replay. And good
I'm gonna
Good
take
job.
the effort on that anyway, Coach.
What's that?
I said I'm going to take the effort on that anyway.
Well, and that's exactly it. He gets an A for effort. So even if he didn't catch it, he sure wins an Oscar for making it look like it. So you know what's going to happen when people are watching this? You're going to rewind it and rewatch that. Did he catch it? Did he not catch it? I don't know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Wheels. Yep.
And I'm going to tell you, that was nice downfield blocking by C.J. Temple. Temple of the dog.
Oh, now we're talking.
Now we're talking. All right.
I'm always in for an Eddie Vedder reference. Temple of the dog. What
The greatest supergroup of all time.
I don't mind you stealing bread, Coach.
Yeah, from the mouths of decadence.
That's right.
Brennan Beecham, Brennan Beecham, Brennan Beecham, Brennan Beecham! Brennan Beecham. Good for that young man. Good for that young man. I know somewhere his dad, Ricky, is probably having a mild heart attack because his boy scored a touchdown. I know he's excited for his son. Brennan is a great kid. He works hard. Great role model and just a wonderful type of kids that we have here in Marion City Schools. There we go.
Kick is good.
Kick is up, it's good, and it's true. The Prexy offensive machine, like Frankenstein's monster, has been shocked to life. What is tonight's student section theme?
Is it a blackout?
Is
I
it a
think it's
blackout?
Yeah.
All right.
As I see an amalgamation of different types of dress
Yeah.
that happen to be black. So
I thought maybe it
I'm
was-
guessing it's a blackout.
I thought maybe it was beach. It was beach theme.
Was
we
it
have
beach
we have
theme?
a
I don't know.
we have a couple youngsters, shirtless youngsters down there, waving the flags.
Here we go, Pixies. Everybody is up for the kickoff.
Want to give a shout out to John Brady, former Harding High School head football coach, living in the Villages down in Florida. He's officially retired, playing golf, running from alligators, and cheering on the Prexies from afar. We love you, Coach Brady. Hope you're doing well.
Another good kick.
Oh, that and I'm going to tell you, the football bounce is weird, Coach.
You're right.
When Trey Robinson carries it out to the 15, Newark will take over first and 10.
And the mayor's kick nearly says hello to the goal line.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Oh, see, I thought you were going Adele with that.
All right,
I
all right.
thought that's the route you were going there.
Well, the goal line says hello and the ball says goodbye. You say hello and I say goodbye.
Hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say
Goodbye,
hello.
goodbye. I don't know. Me either.
Flag on the play.
I'm actually texting Coach Brady right now, Coach Keplinger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He bothers me if I don't text him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Offside on Marion Harding, 5-yard penalty. Brings up
Offside.
first and 5.
Just a little quick timing on the blitz there.
I'll take those offside penalties, though. You know why? They're hustle penalties. They're hustle penalties. Listen, you tell a young man that he's allowed to pin his ears back and go smack someone in the teeth. Sometimes you're just going to get a little antsy. You're literally going to get ants in your pants. Nothing you can do about it. Little counter play there. Oh, and that's a nice fill by Kobe Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor, rewind this play, and watch it again because Kobe Johnson just gave a clinic on how to blow up the counter. Like dynamite, ladies and gentlemen, dynamite. Jimmy J.J. Walker would be proud. The pop culture references are thick tonight, Coach Keplinger.
Yeah, I hope you got your bingo cards ready. If you haven't turned us off at this point.
I'm sure lots of people turned us off. Toss play.
Brought down the play by Jacob Arndt and Cam Ross.
Well, and I believe it was Kobe Johnson on the backside that sold out on that play. and went to take out the guy's legs and just went a little bit low on that. In fact, he's coming out of the game right now. I think he got the wind knocked out of him just a bit. Coach Stone and I were actually talking about Kobe Johnson. Coach Stone, the famous Marion Harding High School assistant principal. We were talking the other day about Kobe and his football playing prowess and how he's a pretty daggum good wrestler too. And Coach Stone said, and I quote, "That kid can ball." Jacob, good bar. And Braden Gruber, bar. And Jake, the Snake, the Arn Eater. I think I heard a smooth Willie Abrams in there too. Kobe, the Barracuda Johnson, on the sideline talking to our trainer.
That's a direct quote from Coach Stone, huh? Kid can ball.
That's what Coach Stone, and you know Coach Stone, he's usually very precise and he doesn't speak in colloquialisms.
Yeah, for sure.
And he
for
said,
sure.
"Kid can ball."
Very
Exact quote.
Oh! That's a pick.
Nice. Cameron Ross.
How do you do?
Well, and I'm going to tell you, what Newark tried to do there was they tried to run some crossing routes, scissor routes, and he just sat on it. Cameron Ross sat on it and just got the pick. And Cameron Ross, apparently the defense has some extremely giant Flava Flav-like chain that has a big H medallion on it.
That's got to be the turnover chain, Coach.
That's the turnover chain? Okay. All right. Chain, chain, chain.
To the run.
Hey, guess who just got excited by that run? A young man born on February 19, 1981 by the name of Todd Raymond Schneider. I'd like to see the Prexies running the ball.
Looked like Superfly on the carry.
Superfly. Coach Arndt down there talking to his defense. Prexies in great position here to possibly extend their lead. Wink keeps it. Oh!
Yeah, he's in.
He's in. Well, and I'm going to tell you, that was a great dial-up. You know why? Because on the previous play, nobody respected the quarterback. So what happens is we ran the same play again, but instead of handing it off to Malachi Robinson, Superfly, Wink kept it, and he hit pay dirt, Coach. Oh, and it's a little wide left. He just kind of, he shanked it. He kind of didn't swing his leg all the way through. Well, Coach Eric Williams, longtime kicking coach for the Prexies.
It's 20 unanswered for the Presidents here. How do you do?
All right, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Once again, we want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors. We want to thank BW3s. We want to thank OK Cafe. And we certainly absolutely have to give a shout out to the administration and Marion City Schools, our superintendent, Ron Irusi, our assistant superintendent, Mrs. Jennifer Lawson, and our wonderful Board of Education for helping provide our students and our student athletes this wonderful stadium and the wonderful opportunities that we have in Marion Harding High School, one of which is what Who's filming this right now, Coach
I
Keplinger?
believe that's a Harding Telecom production.
Harding Telecom, Mullins, and the kids. 100% run by our students.
Oh, onside.
And we got it!
And they recover.
And we got it! And we got it! And we got it! And we got it!
Hensley recovered his own kick.
And we got it! And you know what? In sports, there's a funny little thing called momentum. And right now, the Prexies have momentum by the bucketful. You
Man,
know,
I like that call.
I do too. I mean, why not?
I mean, when it works, you
Hey.
really like that call, but
Well,
I like the call.
And you're right, you bring up a good point. When that play works, you're the greatest coach in the world. When it doesn't, people are like, what was that?
Prexies offense back to work.
Matthew Thomas. We got to give this kid a nickname. Matt Man. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, Matt Man.
I'm here for it.
I don't know. We'll have to come back to that. Does my heart good to hear people cheering, to see kids smiling after the year and a half we've had. Puts a lump in the old esophagus, Coach. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. A little bit of normalcy. Quick commercial break with Marion Harding High School Telecom production.
Finally, Telecom 2 is our year-long class available for upperclassmen who have completed the prerequisite Telecom 1 class. Here you will produce and direct your own broadcast events. You will be put in charge of productions and lead other students through the introductory processes of media production. Many of our telecom graduates have gone on to study broadcast media in college and launched careers as television news and weather personalities, Emmy-winning editors for nationally syndicated television shows, and audio production engineers. So don't hesitate to schedule Harding Telecom Digital Media. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Mullins in room 201.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Ball placed at the 11-yard line. First and 10, Marion.
Prexi's got the ball on the 11. First and 10, so they can get a first down here. Little long snapper down there working on the side. Perhaps that was what went awry in our last PAT, was a bad snap. Oh, my goodness. Caden Fags. Caden Fags. That's all right, young man. Shake it off. Shake it off. Poor Caden, man. He's got the yips right now, Coach. The young man's got the yips.
Got to be a goldfish.
Yeah.
You know the happiest animal on the planet? It's a goldfish.
Why is the goldfish the happiest?
Because you got a short memory.
There
Coach.
you go. There you go, young man. Caden Fags is a wonderful young man, and we know he's going to get it right, folks. Superfly Malachi rumbles ahead for about a 4, maybe 5-yard gain. I'm going to tell you, going back to Fags, you should have seen his kick return for a touchdown last week. It was a thing of beauty. He was a Ferrari being followed by a bunch of Yugos. That's all there was to it. It was magnificent, Coach. It was a bright spot in an otherwise forgetful outing for the Prexies.
There he is.
Oh, what a... You called it, Coach!
He's a goldfish.
Caden Fags. You know, I don't know if I've ever been happier for a kid than I am for him right now. He's had a rough couple passes, the last couple passes, and he catches it. And folks, I want to ask this question too. Who else is letting off fireworks when their team scores? The answer? Nobody. Harding is, though.
I do miss the cemetery fireworks of 2020 fame.
The bootleg fireworks?
I do
Listen,
miss
I found out over the summer who the bootleg fireworks are. I'm not going to say, but you know who you are. And you're going to be watching this, and you're going to look at each other, and you're going to laugh, and then you're going to text me and be like, dude, yeah. Yep, we're going to go for 2 here. Make it a fresh 28 points, possibly. Oh,
Just a little
and
overrun there.
Wink just put a little too much sriracha on the chicken nuggets.
48 seconds left in the third period.
26 unanswered now for the Presidents.
26 unanswered. I love how our PA announcer, Coach Brett McCreary, is saying Newark.
Newark. Well,
Newark.
Yeah, it's Mern versus Newark.
Marion versus Newark. Marion and Newark are very similar towns. Newark probably has about 20,000 more folks than we do, probably. A little bit of a bigger population than we do, but very similar towns.
Fireworks this evening. Those fireworks are sponsored by the Marion Harding Athletic Boosters.
Once again, we got to give a shout out to our Booster Club for all the wonderful services they provide, one of which is our concession stand. And also, they also cover the fireworks, Coach Keplinger. And you know who those fireworks are led off by?
Is that
One of the
Mr.
greatest tech guys in Marion City Schools.
Mr. Scott Krosky?
Yeah.
How about that?
Real first name is Ronald Scott Krosky. He's a good man. Taught math back when I was in high school.
Also, if you happen to be watching this at home, we did get word that the concession stand does debit and credit card
The
transactions.
concession stand takes debit and credit. This plastic carrying human being is happy because I
mine.
never carry cash.
Knocked out of bounds by Hayden Bays.
Nice tackle by Hayden Montego Bays.
Return is good for 22 yards. Ball will be spotted at the Newark 32.
Aruba, Jamaica.
Hayden Zumbizi Bays.
There you go.
There we go.
I should stop singing.
Well, you know. There's a reason why, people, once again, people probably turned it off by now. I don't know. All right, here we go.
Meister, the ball carrier. Brought down near the line of scrimmage by Abrams and Turner.
Abrams, Turner,
Smooth.
Barr, the law firm of Abrams, Turner, and Barr.
The law firm of Turner, Abrams, and Barr. All right, folks, we have a Newark player down. So while this young man is down and being tended to, we're going to take a quick commercial break with the Marion Harding High School Telecom production.
Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years. Manufacturing has changed. There was a time when people would spend countless hours pushing buttons, pulling levers, and swinging hammers. One day, things began to change. One day, things became smart. Buttons, levers, and hammers became apps, computers, and robots. Manufacturing has changed. Marion Harding High School is proud to be part of that change by offering an advanced manufacturing course. Integrated production technologies will introduce you to the exciting career of
And we're back. Injured Newark Wildcat gets off the field under his own power.
He does, and that's good. I want to give a shout out to gentleman next to me here filming this, Telecom extraordinaire student, Mr. Ethan Bender. Good to have you here today. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. My first game. My first ever game. So I have to watch.
All right, and he is doing a great job, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to his dad, Guy, old friend of mine. I hope you're doing well, Guy. Ethan gave me some updates on you.
Brought down by Jacob Barr.
Jacob, Mr. Goodbar. That was at the law firm of Abrams, Barr, and
Turner again.
oh, the third quarter is over. We could take another commercial break, but we're not going to. We're going to keep talking. So, Coach, from what you've seen, what has been the difference in these Prexies here in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think, I guess for me, it's looking, there were some mishaps with the wide receivers early on. I think they're executing a little more has allowed Wink to run a little bit, just because they're, like you mentioned, that first touchdown run, there hasn't been as much respecting that QB run there. So I think once you get one at 20 and one of, like 16, yeah, all right, maybe they're downfield a little bit. So
you want to hear my theory?
Let's hear it.
Once these brand new beautiful lights came on, by the way, continues to show that this is the best stadium in like 17 counties. But when those lights came on, the power surged up through the turf and awoken a sleeping giant. But I think you're probably right too.
I like yours better. Blitz.
Oh! Dr. Smooth!
Dr. Smooth says, "How do you do?"
Oh, and
yikes.
It looks like the QB is down, folks. The QB is down. And he's moving a little bit. So
yeah, he took a lick there.
Yeah, well, so what we're gonna do is while they're tending to this young man, we're gonna go ahead and take another commercial break with the Marion Harding High School Telecom production.
Welcome to Harding Telecom Digital Media. Unlike television, print, and radio media, which are all one-way communications, digital media creates an interconnected world of interactive communications that puts you in control of content creation and broadcasting. As a member of Harding Telecom, we have 3 ways of building your digital media skills. As an underclassman, you can take our semester-long class, Intro to Video Editing, where you'll be introduced to the latest hardware and software in digital media.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for Steelmeister?
All right, folks, we are back, and listen, we want to give a shout out to the Newark quarterback, Steelmeister. Now, what a cool name for a quarterback, right? Steel.
What a cool name for an industrial town.
Right, Steel. That's a cool name. But listen, cool name aside, the young man got up and he walked off, and listen, we're really glad that young man's okay, because that was a hard hit, folks. And at the end of the day, you know, we football is football, but we certainly want to see these kids be safe. Not a bad punt there.
Nope, it's contact.
Oh. That was dangerous.
For 0 yards, brought down the play by Xavier Kirk. Ball will be spotted at the Prexy 40-yard line.
All right, with a certainly somewhat of a comfortable lead here, and the defense fired on all cylinders. The offense is firing on all cylinders. It'll be interesting to see if the Prexies will kind of maybe try to see if they can establish a run game here. You got to get confidence in the run game. You got a 20-point lead. You certainly maybe want to kill some clock here in the process. So it'll be interesting to see if the Prexies decide to run the ball here, Coach Kemp. And that's exactly what they do.
Starting to find it. Superfly.
Superfly Malachi. Well, and you know what?
Kyron Fisher
The Prexies have some very talented kids that can run the ball.
and Chase Delancey.
You got Trinity Keith, you got Malachi, you got Caden Fags you can put down there. But I think what sets Malachi apart from some of the other backs is Malachi gets his shoulders north and south a little faster than the other backs do, which allows him to kind of hit the seam and get a little more speed upfield.
Robinson the ball carrier, brought down in the backfield by Max Durbin. The loss of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, a friendly reminder, the area in front of the grandstand should be clear of spectators. We should not be on the fence. Please find a seat in the grandstand. Please and thank you.
PA announcer tells people to get off the fence, and they don't. You're always that guy, and you're like, were they talking to me? Is that me they're talking to?
There goes Caden the Jet.
Coach, he's fast. That sideline was a little bigger. He might be dancing in the end zone.
32 yards in the blink of an eye, Coach.
And you know what, Coach? I got to give a shout out right now to our chief of police, who is here tonight in his gear, helping his fellow officers here at the game. Jay McDonald. You don't see that much, folks.
Jump ball.
Chief of Police of Marion, Ohio, Chief Jay McDonald, in his blues, helping here at the game. That is leadership, folks, right there.
Take a moment while the clock resets here to say hello to my kids.
Oh,
It's the fourth quarter.
your children. How
Knox
old
and
are your
Riley,
twins now?
Man, they're 2 years old now.
Man,
Not
you
to-
hit pay dirt with
They
the
are.
first time. You got 2 of them.
tornadoes, and I love it.
I am sure they are. Tornadoes. But I'm sure they take after their dad in that sense.
They came by it honestly. I'll just say that. God
Oh,
bless.
absolutely.
God bless my wife.
Your wife, Jessie, is a wonderful lady, but she just kind of has that really calm and stoic demeanor,
For sure.
where you, sir, are what the old-timers like to call a pistol. Hey, Keplinger, he's a pistol. I think that's a fancy way of saying someone's a handful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's a pistol. Or, in the words of the legendary Hank Rutherford Hill, that boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right. You know, the older I get, the more I realize I am so like Hank Hill. It's not
That
even
that
funny.
Hank Hill maybe had it right.
Oh, Hank Hill knew
Low
it all
snap.
along, man. Oh! I think you're only allowed to have one-handed catch per game.
Well, we
You know
picked
who
it.
I saw have a great one-handed catch versus Fostoria in a 1974 football game?
1974?
Yeah, 7 years before I was born, Chet Westerfield.
Oh, Chet Westerfield against
Yeah.
Fostoria, huh?
Yeah. It's Fostoria versus Akron Hogan, Chet Westerfield. He didn't play for either team, by the way. Still caught the ball.
How
All right,
about
let's see
that?
if Jordan can get this through. We know he's got a live leg. He has the distance, but can he get it through?
Just wide. Plenty of leg, though.
I love to hear the crowd who has a bad angle cheer because they think it goes through. Only to see, it's like this moment of excitement and anticipation ruined by the body language of the ref.
Plenty of leg, though. I'll tell you what. He gets those straightened out. That's going to be a,
Oh,
be
he's
a
got all
weapon.
kinds of leg. I don't think people understand how special of an art form kicking a football is. If it's something that was easy, Coach, everybody would do it.
You're not wrong.
That's why they're called special teams, because they're made for special, elite players who can do things that most people can't. Well, and I got to believe with their starting quarterback, Steele out of the game, they're probably just going to stick to running the ball.
Get out of Dodge.
Want to give a shout out to the new boys basketball coach who I see walking down below us, Jamie Pearson, graduate of Marion Harding High School in 1994. He's home to coach the boys basketball team. Welcome home from one Prexy to another. Welcome home, Coach Pearson.
I like the Reds cap he's got on.
That is a magnificent Reds cap. Speaking of the Reds,
Oh, boy.
man, how do you lose like 2 out of 3 to the Marlins, for gosh sakes?
I mean, you cut $20 million from payroll from your bullpen and don't replace it.
Yeah, true story. The reality is that we just need Joey Votto to stay hot. He's cooled off a little bit, but not enough to where we can really say it's a complete cool off. We just need him to get back to being hot again.
He was otherworldly there in August, that's for sure.
He sure was, man.
And I'll tell you what, I kind of hope the Dodgers win the West because I don't want to face the Dodgers in a one-game wild card.
Yeah, nor do I.
It's not every day in my lifetime you see the Reds make the playoffs, you know?
I know. They made it in the COVID year last year, and they make it this year. It'll be nice, 2 years in a row. Little student body left. Caden.
That's the mallet. Caden Hill. He's the little hammer. He's the mallet.
The mallet?
The mallet. He said, don't call me Colin. So I won't.
Yeah, we call him Hawk Colin the Hammer Hill, so we'll call him
It's Caden the mallet.
Back to punt for Newark, Durbin.
That's a high punt.
Somewhere in the lights. Hello.
Number 79 for Newark. He was like, oh, snap.
Ball is down by the Wildcats.
He was ducking. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in what has been an all Prexy's second half. Prexy has some good field position. So I think in the coming home games there, Coach Keblinger, I think my daughter and her friend, who are Grant Middle School students, very well might be the Eagle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I know. They're pretty excited about it, Coach. Wink takes a snap. Oh.
Wink's pass is incomplete, intended for Malachi Robinson.
Well, I think what happened there is Wink saw a bunch of people in his face and wanted to throw that swing pass, and Robinson just wasn't looking. But there was some holding on that play, so I'm pretty sure the ball is going to make its way backwards.
Run the ball time?
You know,
Getting there?
honestly, probably. I mean, Newark's starting quarterback is out of the game. You know they're going to run the ball. I just don't see a scenario where Newark could score. I don't know. I don't want to put the cart
Yeah,
before the
never
horse.
say.
I'll
Don't,
just
don't
be
speak
quiet.
it into existence. I know what you
Absolutely.
mean, though. I inferred it by asking. Home run ball again. Ooh.
Wink's pass intended for Matthew Thomas falls
Well,
incomplete.
Matthew Thomas kind of looks at the ref, maybe thinking like, hey, where's the flag there? But in reality, that was magnificent coverage by Newark.
0438 262 0438.
I'm going to tell you, Coach Keblinger, there ain't nothing that brings a town together and people of all walks of life quite like high school football. Talk about something that just brings a community together. Does
you're
my
not
heart
wrong.
good.
Absolutely. Love seeing that stands full. 'Cause I will.
Pass is given to Malachi Robinson. Robinson driven out of bounds by Caleb Hall.
Looks like Superfly gets about 10 yards back there.
Yeah, good gain, but 10 yards really doesn't do much for you when you got to go 25.
Gain of 10, 3rd and 17.
So what was 2nd and Upper Sandusky now becomes 3rd and Morrill.
We're getting back.
We're getting there.
We crossed the county line.
We did. Bays was wide open. I'm going to tell you what I liked about what Wink is doing very well right now. The young man had a great pocket. His footwork was awesome. He stepped up in that pocket. He looked downfield, and he just threw a beautiful ball. And I'm betting right now Hayden Bays wishes he had that one back because that was so money.
For the Presidents is Jordan Hensley.
The mayor back to punt.
Hall.
Should be noted, Jordan is a two-sport athlete.
Yes, sir.
Pretty
Soccer
dynamite
player as
soccer
well.
player.
He bowls as well.
Does he now?
Yes, he does.
Well, I'll be dogged. How about that? Nice high punt.
Very nice punt. All right.
I don't know why number 5 was jumping on that like he did, because that wasn't a live ball, but nonetheless, here we are. 7 minutes left.
That punt traveled 37 yards.
If you're watching the wide angle of this and you're wondering where the smooth camera views are coming from, none other than Ethan Bender. Once again, Ethan Bender, senior at Marion Harding High School, also on the bowling team. Am I correct about that, Ethan? Ethan Bender on the bowling team. Can you tell the folks at home how Marion Harding High School's bowling team did last year?
We did phenomenal. The varsity team did really great. Shout out to Jaden Combs. He is a great bowler and just a great person to be around in general.
And am I correct that Jaden
Jaden
Combs was the state champ bowler for the boys?
That is correct.
He was the state champ bowler for the boys. You know what happens when you become the state champ at Marion Harding High School? You have a one-way ticket to the Hall of Fame, and your name and likeness gets hung on the wall.
No gain on the play.
I was going to say, school's first individual state title since Jeff in
Yes, it's
99.
Jeff Ratliff, yeah. And you know, the girls basketball team won the MOAC. The boys basketball team had, I think they had like 12 wins. We had a state qualifier in wrestling. We had a track team that won the MOAC. We had some kids go to state. It was a great year last year for the Prexies. Great year. Things are looking up for Marion Harding High School, folks, and Marion Athletics.
Robinson pass intended for Tosi falls incomplete. Bradley Pennington defending on the play.
6 minutes and 13 seconds. Hayden Bays checks in for Trinity Keith. I think I'm going to call Trinity the Reverend.
Ooh.
The Reverend.
Ooh.
Trinity the Reverend Keith.
I'm here for it.
Pass is incomplete.
11 versus 11 on that.
Defended by Caden Fags.
Caden Fags almost had a pick on that.
Pass brings up a 4th down.
So Newark likely punting here.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, if there's a time you go after a punt, this is it.
Max Durbin.
This is it.
Back deep for Harding.
Low snap.
Caden Fags.
Just about there.
Smart play by Caden, not fielding that. Almost said filming that. I've got Telecom on the brain, Coach Keplinger.
Durbin's punt is down at the Brixie.
Well, he didn't film it either, for what it's worth.
For what it's worth.
Technically right is the best kind of right.
That's right. That you're right, that technically right's the best kind of right. Play clock is rolling.
Little different of a look there.
A little bit.
Kyrie Scott, the ball carrier.
Kyrie Scott with the ball.
Pickup of 3, brought down the play by Carmelo Carter.
Nice little, as
2nd and 7.
Wayne Woodrow Hayes would say, 3 yards and a cloud of dust. So how do you think the Browns are going to do this year, Coach Kep?
Oh, man.
They're pretty loaded.
Yeah, I could see them winning the division, but I don't know beyond that. I think they're very clear, like, second-tier AFC team. You know what I mean?
Fair
Like,
enough.
I think they're good for 10, 11 wins, maybe 12. But, you know, I don't think I like them against Kansas City still.
Tyree Scott bounces outside.
How about you?
I'll tell you what. I'm a Browns fan, so I'm biased.
Sure.
But I don't know if there's a team
Kyrie Scott,
that
brought
has
down by Xavier Kirk.
better offensive players, better defensive players, and got better through free agency in the draft than a team that was already pretty good last year in the Cleveland Browns.
That's fair, too. I'm still not, my mind's not made up about Baker Mayfield yet.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know if he's ever going to be the guy that wins you a game or if it's the pieces around, you know? I just honestly do not know.
Fair enough. It's nice to have some hope for the Brownies, though, right?
I'm a Dolphins fan.
Fair enough. All right, folks, on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break with the Marion Harding High School Telecom production.
Manufacturing has changed. There was a time when people would spend countless hours pushing buttons, pulling levers, and swinging hammers. One day, things began to change. One day, things became smart. Buttons, levers, and hammers became apps, computers, and robots. Manufacturing has changed. Marion Harding High School is proud to be part of that change by offering an advanced manufacturing course. Integrated Production Technologies will introduce you to the exciting career of modern manufacturing through hands-on application of the latest in manufacturing technologies and practices. Don't hesitate with your scheduling. Contact your guidance counselor or Mr. Potcutter in room 249 for more information about launching your manufacturing career.
All right, and we were on commercial break just a little too long there, but Trinity, the Reverend Keith, rambles off a long run. And sorry about that long commercial break. Somebody brought a piece of pizza up here in the press box, and we were all distracted by the glorious smell of cheese and pepperonis.
Here's your lesson in Maslow's hierarchy of needs today, Coach.
Absolutely. Or maybe Pavlov's dog. I don't know. I smelled the cheese and I started salivating. Once again, shout out to our Telecom crew for being magnificent and distracting us all with that wonderful piece of pizza. And if I'm correct, our game pizza, who provides the pizza for our games? It's Payne's Pizza. Shout out to Brett Payne and his family for the wonderful pizza that they provide for us. Brett and his wife, both Harding grads. Tell you what, in Marion City Schools, we eat a lot of Payne's Pizza, don't we?
You're not wrong.
Man. If you're in Marion City Schools and you don't eat Payne's Pizza, then I don't know what's going on.
But we love the OK as well.
Man, but we love the OK Pizza as well. OK Pizza is some of the best pizza out there, folks. Let's be honest.
Can't go wrong.
387 OK.
I haven't had a landline in 25 years, and I know that number.
That might be the coolest phone number ever. You still remember your childhood phone number?
I do.
Me too.
I do.
There's still a couple rando phone numbers I remember from my childhood too.
Yep, I got mine. I got my grandparents memorized, and I got old Bobby Stone's home phone number memorized.
Bob Stone's childhood phone number. How
Yeah.
about them apples? Uh-oh. Nice lead block. Caden Hill, Malachi Robinson. Nice. There wasn't nothing about that wasn't nice, Coach.
You're not wrong, Coach Snyder. PAT is good.
The mayor puts it through. All right, Coach Brady, if you're watching this at home, I'm texting you right now.
Some second half here for the Presidents.
Absolutely.
Let's go, Crazy fans. Everybody up for kickoff.
Yeah, Coach Kemp, you said it, man. Tale of two halves here, big dog. That's why you play four of them. 4 quarters, 2 halves. If it were the metric system, what would he call that? Instead of quarters and halves.
I mean, there's still halves in soccer.
Okay, fair enough.
You watch Ted Lasso at all, Coach?
I have not.
Oh, you got to watch that if you get a chance. One of the most wholesome shows I think I've ever seen on television.
I know Joey Daniel Votto's a huge fan of it.
Worth your time.
Fair enough.
Will be spotted at the 21-yard line.
I think there's things as a coach you can appreciate, things as a soccer fan you can appreciate, things as a human being you can appreciate, things as a dad you can appreciate, you know.
Speaking of soccer, how awesome is that new Crew Stadium?
Oh, it's hard to believe you're in Columbus, honestly.
Going to a game on September 25th. I think they're playing maybe Manchester?
Club de Foot Montreal, I think, on the 25th.
Yeah, okay, there we
Yep.
go. I don't know why I said Manchester.
It starts with an M, and it's not in the United States. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, fair enough. I think Kyrie Scott had the tackle there. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the football Americana game between the Wildcats of Newark and the Prexies of Marion Harding. And that's Prexy with a Y, folks. You don't put the IE unless you are making it plural like Prexies.
Robinson, the ball carrier.
It's kind of like baby and babies. Dr. Smooth with a tackle there. And you know who's the expert on how you spell Prexy?
That's one Mr. Brett McCrary.
Brett McCrary, teacher of Marion history in the social studies department at Marion Harding High School.
Sure, he'd appreciate the call back there that you got the right Prexy.
Absolutely. Remember, always Prexy with a Y. Then when it becomes plural, it's Prexies, I-E-S, like baby and babies. Tell your friends, folks.
Smooth Willie.
Abrams! I like that kid. Once again, I want to give a shout out to our head of grounds, Mr. Jake Grell, and head of HR, Mr. Adam Kunkel, who oversaw these lights being put in. Caden Fags.
Everybody
Lots
threw
of
one.
flags. I think there might have been a peel back block. That's the only reason they throw those flags.
I don't think there's anybody on the field that didn't throw a flag.
Absolutely.
There are multiple flags on the play.
Our PA announcer, Mr. Brett McCreary, said there are multiple flags on the field. And to that, I say, yes, sir, there are.
Astute observation.
Yes. Mr. Brett McCreary is known for being an excellent social studies teacher, but apparently he's an astute observer as well.
All the flags are picked up as we wait.
I don't think those were against us.
There were 2 fouls.
All right.
Both on Marion.
Oh, never mind.
Both personal foul, crackback blocks.
Apparently, I'm not an astute observer. Well, and you know, those crackback blocks, man, I mean, I get why they're flags and you're not allowed to do them anymore because, you know, when the dude's behind the play, you don't need to hit him. But, man, it's hard to tell a kid during a play who's excited, who's trying to throw a block and just trying to do good for his team. It's hard to tell that kid to pull up. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
And I understand. And don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing with the penalty.
Right.
I'm not saying it shouldn't have been called. I'm not saying the penalty shouldn't exist. But lots of times those are kids just trying to make plays. No one's trying to be dirty or hurt anybody. They're just kids trying to make plays. There are hustle penalties, but, you know, they happen sometimes.
Good blocking by the mallet.
I'm going to tell you what. Caden Hill, wow.
You don't use downhill running to describe blocking very often.
No, you don't.
But it's kind of what it is, man. Full head of steam and to go.
Man. I mean, like, listen. A kid like Caden Hill, I'm going to tell you this right now. You know what you can't do? You can't coach the heart that kid has. You either have it or you don't. You either have it or you don't. And you know what? We want to make sure we give a shout-out to other O-linemen. I think we got Jalen Williams out there. We got big Mikey Morales-Bush. We got number 64, Napier Brady. Good to see that young man back. We missed him the first couple games.
I think we got Saxon Sharp out there as well.
We have Saxon Sharp. What's Saxon Sharp? Number 73. I tell you what, I grew up with Saxon's dad, Brian. And I tell you what, Brian and I were talking a couple weeks ago at the Mount Vernon game, and I don't know if there's a dad more proud of his young man than Brian is of his young man, Saxon. Brian's a magnificent guy, and I know Saxon's a great kid as well. So kudos, young man. Anyone else we've missed, Coach, that we haven't given a shout-out to?
I think we got the line there. Looking for numerals we might have missed.
Kobe Johnson, the ball carrier.
Kobe Johnson carries the ball. Let's see. I think we've called everybody.
Going down the play by Max Durbin. They pick up of 9 and a first down. Prexy.
My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. But you know I can see a lot better. You know why? Because these
new
brand
lights?
new lights
That's
are
right.
magnificent.
Final minute of play here in this contest.
Looks like Link's going to go under center. They're going to let the clock roll down. Kobe.
You know, Coach, I don't know if it's wearing wearing Newark down or what, but like this fourth quarter and late third quarter going to this tight formation, they seem to have a lot more success running the ball out of that
No,
form.
absolutely, they have. Well, and sometimes when you're a spread team, you want to dink and dunk, and you want to try to get outside the tackle, especially when you have really good athletes like the Prexies do. But sometimes you just got to stay in between the tackles and get it done. So tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break with the Marion Harding High School Telecom production.
Global logistics is the process of managing the flow of resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, global logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer a 2-year class in the study of global logistics. In this class, students will receive an English credit for taking Logistics 1. They will also participate in multiple field trips, making connections through real-world projects with local businesses. These students will obtain Career Pathway Logistics certification, earning 12 credits for graduation.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and Scott Dunlap from Newark is able to walk off the field on his own reconnaissance. All right, folks, it looks like the Prexies are going to win this ball game and move to 2-1 on this early season. Coach, who do we have next week?
Man, I got to look at my schedule.
Coach, we have Pleasant.
It's Pleasant. Is that away? Pleasant
It's
away?
away. We're coming, Spartans. All right. And then we'll be back the week after for Gallion.
Back for Gallion.
Looks like the Prexies are going to do the good old-fashioned victory formation, the genuflect. And, folks, just like that, the Marion Harding Presidents come alive in the second half. We're so glad you joined us, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, and as always, go Prexies.
Good night, everybody.